actually use his tail almost like how I think of a monkey. And then the third thing he can do really well, let's see if we can get him, is he can jump actually really far. So if I hold him like this, we'll see if he'll, and he can do that actually quite a little bit further. That was pretty pitiful for him. But he can do that between trees or between branches or wherever you would find him in the wild. And if you notice his tail, how does his tail look?
Kind of like...
Yeah, it looks a little weird, right? What do you think?
It looks different from his body.
Yeah, exactly. So when he first came here, we noticed his tail, and we kind of thought maybe he had something wrong with it, because the rest of his body is nice and green, right? And his tail is this white, kind of off-looking color. But that is actually camouflage for him. So if he's in the wild, and say my hand is a leaf, and I'm covering his tail, it almost looks like it's the stem of the leaf. So if something else is kind of roaming through the forest and they see just this tail and it's covered by a leaf, they're not going to think to lift that leaf and say, surprise, there's something I can eat. So that's an adaptation for him. Now, the one other thing that's pretty cool about him, what was his name? He was an eyelash-crested gecko, right? Yeah. So I'll show you it come around again. You can see he has like little frills above his eyes. See those? They kind of stick up out of his eye. So we can kind of call those eyelashes. They are similar to what ours do in that they are there to protect his eyes from any like dust or dirt that might fall in his eyes. Now his are super important though for him because he actually has no eyelids. So you know how we can blink because we have like extra skin here? He cannot blink. So those frills are there. They're going to help protect anything that can come into his eyes. But should he get anything into his eyes, what do you think he would do if he had a piece of dirt in there? What do you think?
Lick it?
Yeah, exactly. So he has a really long tongue that he can stick out and it'll reach around and lick his eye. And then he can get that dirt and anything else that might be in there out. So what do you guys think he might eat? What do you think?
Maybe like little bits of meat and insects.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, so he will definitely eat insects. He would probably eat meat as well. We've never fed him that, but along the lines of insects. Anything else you think he might eat?
Mealworms?
Yeah, he'll eat mealworms, definitely. Well, he'll also eat some fruit. He'll eat like plants and vegetation, so he has a pretty varied diet. I would say probably likes insects the best, just since they're a little bit crunchy and kind of like a delicious treat for him. That's mostly about Shiloh. He came to us. He was actually, as I said, they're kept a lot as pets in the U.S. He was found downtown one winter. Somebody had thrown him out in the garbage. And some workers found him. They thought he was alive, just barely. They brought him to us, and poor little Shiloh was force-fed for about 2 weeks, and finally he regained his health, and he's been here ever since. And so he's great as a program animal. And anybody have any questions about him? Alright, so I'm going to come around. You can feel him. He's actually very, very soft. You'll be able to feel that. So we're going to use 2 fingers again. We're going to just pat from up the top of him down to his tail. Okay? Just back here.
Okay, you can touch it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. There's his tongue. Did you see it? Yeah, he's sticking out his tongue a little bit right now, so you might be able to see it a bit.
Oh, it feels so soft. And
Yeah, doesn't it?
I'm touching it.
Hey, I think he's
definitely
really
way
He's like
different than the
soft.
bearded dragon, huh?
Yeah.
You see him stick out his tongue? I think he's sniffing soft.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
He's still recording.
Those eyes freak me out.
Yeah. It's still recording.
The weirdest with him is that that because he has no eyelashes, his eyes are always open.
Right.
So he could be asleep and
Right.
So, all right, we're gonna put Sheila away. I'll bring out our next critter for you.
This is so cute.
Should I quit recording and just make another recording? Yeah, I'll do that.